have been tough, and yet, during these tumultuous times, we have indeed also seen the power of perseverance.
Conrad said in his last will and testament that the peoples of the world deserve to be loved and encouraged, never to be abandoned to wander alone in poverty and darkness. And that is our resolve at the Conrad N. Hilton Foundation.
The Hilton Humanitarian Prize was started in 1996 as a tribute to Conrad N. Hilton's lifetime of international humanitarian efforts, and is presented to a nonprofit organization judged to have made exemplary and extraordinary contributions toward alleviating human suffering.
The prize has, for 27 years now, helped further fuel the success of exceptional nonprofits. And we are immensely proud of our history and work to date in association with the tremendous laureate organization, many of which are in the room today.
So BRAC, we've heard, is not only known as one of the most effective NGOs in the world, but it's also the largest NGO in the world, employing 100,000.
Small is beautiful, but big is necessary. If you wanted to make sustainable change, if you wanted to transform people's lives, you would have to move them from being passive recipients of aid to being active participants in their own development.
Education is so important. It's not just about what you do in the classroom. It's about what that inclusion means, right? And it's about what you can go on and do about it. We can not talk about social justice. We're going to talk about climate justice. We're going to talk about, economic justice without allowing girls and young people the opportunity to sit in a classroom and get the education that they need.
So when refugees are given the opportunity to test their human agency, to utilize, you can see the result. Refugees are not the problem to be addressed. They are the symptoms of the problem.
Now in the refugee leadership movement, we are learning that the barriers we're facing about centering the lived experience have been faced by the feminist movement, by the Black movement, by the indigenous rights movement. They have been navigating the same barriers of wanting agency over their own lives.
The communities that are experiencing this have the intelligence, the insight, the creativity, and the lived experience, the knowledge, the expertise that you need to really address what's happening.
We must make sure that the humanitarian community is ready to assist and protect people. Part of this is about better predicting when disaster will strike so we can plan for the day after. The Norwegian Refugee Council, the recipient of today's prestigious award, is a shining example of this. Its work embodies the values laid out by the Hilton Foundation, those of integrity, humility, stewardship, and compassion.
Now, finally, donors, international organizations realize that it has to be much more of an equal partnership. The local organizations were there before we came, and they're going to stay when one day we leave.
The trust of the people we serve is contingent upon the respect that we demonstrate in our words and our deeds, respect for human rights, human dignity, and the inherent and equal worth of each and every human being. And as humanitarians, it is these principles of respect that we must carry in our hearts and in our actions everywhere that we go.
Fighting to eat and we're wondering when we'll be free, so we patiently wait for that fateful day. It's not far away, but for now we say, when I get older, I will be strong.